I'm ready for wherever this smoky eye is gonna take me. Hi everyone, I'm Natasha from Team Sephora. Today I'm gonna share with you what literally everybody always asks me. How do you get that smoky eye? Show me your signature smoky eye. And I'm like, okay, now is the time to share with you what I have down to a science. So stay with me, keep watching. All right, first step, I have to prep and prime my lids. So I'm gonna go in with the NARS Creamy Concealer and then just evenly disperse. Just a little dab. I personally prefer concealers over primers because it just looks like my skin tone. It's all preference. Makeup is always preference, but this is what I like to do. And I'm just gonna use my fingers. So the shade that I'm using is Café con Leche, which I think is super fitting for me. Step one, so easy. All right, next I'm gonna go in with my setting powder, and this is from Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD Loose Setting Powder. This setting powder is really gonna set me up for success after I go in with my eyeshadow palette. And I'm just gonna lightly dust all over my lid, hit it everywhere where I put concealer. And it's that simple. Now it's time for the smoke show, and I'm gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. And this palette is just so versatile. You can use any of your favorite eyeshadow palettes, but personally, this one has always worked for me. I always recommend it to everybody. It's just a must-have. All right, we have the palette. What I like to do is I like to mix these two shades and dust it off. Never blow in your palette. That's just not, it's not the vibe. And you're just gonna wanna intentionally place this in the outer corner of your eye. And what I like to do is dab first to like make sure that's the placement that I like, and then I build. And you're gonna bring it down. You can grab some more product if you want. So I like to use 3 shades when I do a smoky eye. I like to use a light, a medium, and then a dark. Right now, we're building on the medium. You can move in little circular motions. Blending is your best friend, as always in makeup. And then we're dragging it down. I mean, she's already giving dimension. A pro tip when doing a smoky eye is you have to be really intentional with your brushes because you don't want to mix everything. Otherwise, it's going to be a little muddy. So you want to have a fluffy brush for your medium tone and for the outer corner. It's going to help you just blend everything out and look nice and smoked out. Now, the next step for adding the lighter shade is you're gonna wanna use a flatter, denser brush to just lay on that pigment. Now for the lighter shade, I'm gonna go in with this bone color and just picking it up with the brush, and you can see all that pigment. It's beautiful, she's giving. Let's get into it. So I'm just gonna lightly place it here, the inner corner, and just move all the way in. You could also use your finger with this. Sometimes I do. It's just easier sometimes to pack it on. Or you can use a brush. It's really personal preference. So I like to use this lighter shade in the inner corner of my eyes. I feel like it just opens it up, and I'm gonna add like a half lash. You'll see, just stay with me. And then I'm just gonna go in with that same fluffy brush and then blend the two together. And if you still want to have like a little bit more white, you can still go in. These shades are super forgiving and they just melt right into each other. I love this palette. Cool. Now I'm gonna do the other eye. Same thing. And I want to add some more white because you see this one looks brighter. I love like a bright white, a bright bone. Really just makes my eyes pop. So creating a smoky eye is just being super, super intentional of where you're placing the product and just blending out, taking your time. It's okay, like this is your time to get ready. That's how you just end up with a really beautiful smoky eye. Now the third step is we're gonna add some dimension to my upper lash line, and I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Collection Ultimate Gel Liner. So these are amazing. They are super blendable. I'm just gonna add to the outer corner. Again, intentional placement because I'm gonna buff this out. This is gonna help create a guide for my half lash at the end. Now I'm on my third brush, and this brush is so important because it's small. It's gonna help me blend out that liner. She's small but mighty. So now that I placed my gel liner, I'm gonna go in with a deeper neutral tone. I like to keep my smoky eye to just something like earth tones for like a less dramatic look, but don't get me wrong, I do love a black smoky eye, but for an everyday type of thing, or if I'm going out last minute, it's just easier to work with for outfits and hair and things like that, honestly. Cool, she's looking complete. Now going back with the fluffy brush that we used for the medium tones, I'm gonna go back into the medium tones, and you see that little like disconnect right there? We're just gonna plop some color in there. We're gonna buff it out, and we're just marrying the two, the darker tones and the medium tones. Once you're happy with this side, time to go on to the next eye. All right, got a good amount of product. Gonna go in with my tiny friend. And now going in again with the darker shade, medium tones, fluffy brush, just patting it in. Blend, blend, blend. We are now ready for the fourth step. The final step is going in with the medium tones and bringing the same dimension but to your lower lash line. And I'm using another fluffy brush, just bringing it down. And don't be intimidated by this. Like, this is what's gonna make it a smoky eye. After adding that medium shade in the lower lash line, I feel like I want to bring in that darker upper lash line to the bottom. And again, as I mentioned, as you're doing this look, it's super important to look into the mirror and see what you're doing. So I think we need to add a little bit more darkness. Let's pump it up. We need to add some mascara. I personally love this Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. My lashes are so stick straight. This holds my curl, it separates them, it just works for me. I love it. And I love the applicator. It has two sides to it. One's gonna help like really spread your lashes, and the other one's gonna help make them voluminous. We need that. I need that. Look at this lash. My eyes are just open. They're awake. I'm ready. I'm ready for wherever this smoky eye is gonna take me. Mascara is looking good. We're going out. I want some more drama and flair. I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Collection Weightless False Lashes. I'm gonna trim them off camera, and I'll be right back. These lashes are giving the glamour, the drama that I needed for my signature smoky eye. Let me know in the comments below if you have any tips or tricks that you would like to share. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.